Hi, I'm Isaac for Pop Scoop. We're at the BBC Radio 1 Teen Awards 2013 at Wembley Arena, and I'm with the amazing Fallout Boy.
Just one half of Fallout Boy.
The amazing half of Fallout Boy.
The more amazing half.
Patrick. With Joe.
And yeah, indeed, yes.
How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, it's great to have you back in the UK. Great to have you back on the music scene.
Yeah, glad to be back.
All together back.
Yes,
I know you've been doing your own projects and side projects, but it's great to have you back. Are you happy to be back?
Oh, so I mean, it's been awesome. It's been beyond our expectations, our imaginations. You know, so.
We go straight to number one with Say Rock and Roll.
Yeah, we're very humbled by that. I think it's nice, like all the vibes within the band are good, and when like as long as those are strong, it kind of gets everyone else can pick up on that, you know. So it kind of creates just good vibes everywhere.
Yeah, we see that you're happy to be back together, and then
Totally, people can tell when you're miserable, and bad moods spread like wildfire.
So were you in bad moods before?
I think a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough being a band because when you're a solo artist, you know, when you're one artist, you have this inner turmoil, whatever, and it's internalized. When you're a band and you're four people, you're kind of pushed out there in the same way as one person is, but then you have this inner turmoil that just by nature of, you're just talking at each other. So I mean, like, there's no way not to have it surface. Like, you ever seen those like interviews with the police where they're just like, you know, vicious and angry at each other? It's like we were great, but I can see how you get that.
They even seemed like they were like that when they got back together. So, but I think also adding on to what Patrick said, because that's very true. Like, we just toured for like a long time without a break, like 8 years, you know. Because I think I've said this a lot, but like I feel like it's very applicable. You stop being able to see the forest through the trees, and you just start getting you can't see anything clearly. So you do need some time away from that. You know, I think anyone can relate to that. Anyone who ever works on anything can relate to the fact that when you're into creative or even like something very analytical and straightforward, like if you work on something for too long, you're going to burn out and need to take a break sometimes and step back.
Yeah, and you feel refreshed now. You've got 2 albums in a way.
Not in this room, but
not refreshed now because it's getting hot in here. To quote,
but yes, as a band, I think we're feeling very refreshed.
So you have your EP of hardcore punk, as well as your big album. So I mean, it's nice to have that kind of coverage of material.
It feels like the most free time for us ever. I'm really excited to see what we do next because I know it's going to be something left field, you know.
Yeah, we're on an open trajectory creatively right now, which is really cool.
Yeah, and you had your conscious, very, very clear burning of all your old material, both real and video.
I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, it's definitely. I would consider that more of a metaphor. Like, you know, as we have a song called "The Phoenix," and I think the idea of the classic, you know, the Greek mythological phoenix rising from its own ashes, I think is very applicable to us.
Yeah, I just think the idea. You know, I think a lot of people. You know, it's whatever metaphor you want to make for it, but I think it's not. It's no disrespect to older material. It's just the idea that like you don't have to live in the past exclusively. You know, there is a future ahead of you. So.
And you're doing new songs today.
I think, you know,
a little mix, yeah, for sure.
Okay, and you know, it's a teen awards, and it's all about teens who have strength and resilience. What were your teen years like?
We started the band when
we started the band at the end of our teen years, so
really started that.
Yeah. So, but I think, I think the thing that no one tells, because this is one of the problems is, especially in the academic world, everyone tells you that, you know, this is the most important time of your life, and they put so much pressure on you, and it's really not. I mean, there's really no most important time of your life. That's the secret that no one tells. They just really want you to do well in school.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to get through those years and to make it to the next phase of your life. But yeah, it's not the beginning and end of the world. I think it's hard to realize that when you are a teenager because you're going through a lot of.
It feels like that.
It feels like you are going through a lot of like physical changes. You are going through like a lot of changes in your head that are like driving you.
Describing a werewolf.
No, but you are. You're going through a lot of like. You're going through a lot of like. the metaphor so way. But you are going through a lot of biological changes, like mentally, that drive you nuts, and it's hard to be able to realize like this isn't the end of your life cycle.
It will get harder.
It'll get harder, but hopefully more satisfying.
Too, it also gets easier because you get better at it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that like life takes practice, and like anything else. And I think that's the thing that is also kind of no one bothered to tell me when I was a teenager is that like everything that you're not good at right now, you might be good at it later. Don't worry. Like I'm way better at algebra now as a 29-year-old than I was as an 18-year-old. So
and you don't have to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life at 16. I know everyone tells you you're supposed to, but
yeah, you're made that pressure now to decide exactly what you want to be.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I feel like that's I feel like it's really unhealthy for young people to have that much pressure on them because it's like it's definitely pay attention and focus and learn, but it's not everything.
And you need patience when you're a teenager, which is really hard to come by when you're a teenager. I understand. So, but it's like we all gain it in some way, shape, or form. But that would be like if I could bestow patience upon every teenager in the world, I think it would make their lives a lot easier. But it's a very tough thing to come by when you're going through so many changes.
Well, that's a great message to end on. Thank you very much. I hope it'll be really fun to see you guys on stage.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.